The equations we're going to solve next are equations that are quadratic in form. The quantity x plus 3 squared minus 2 times the quantity x plus 3 minus 8 equals 0 is quadratic in form, and we can see that if we let y equal x plus 3. If y is equal to x plus 3, then this equation becomes y squared minus 2y minus 8 equals 0. And as you can see, this is an equation that's quadratic. That is, y squared minus 2y minus 8 equals 0. Pretty easy to solve by factoring. Y minus 4 times y plus 2 is equal to 0. So y is equal to 4 when I set this factor equal to 0, and y is equal to negative 2 when I set this factor equal to 0. But now we've let y be equal to x plus 3, so I have to back substitute here in order to find my solutions in terms of x. So I think what I'm going to do is go up over here and do that. I have x plus 3 is equal to 4, which gives me x is equal to 1, and then I have x plus 3 is equal to negative 2, which gives me x is equal to negative 5. So I have two solutions to this equation, x equal 1 and x equal negative 5, and I made this substitution to begin with just so I'd have something that was a little easier to factor. Y squared minus 2y minus 8. There it is in factored form. Here's my solutions in terms of y. I back substitute to get my solutions in terms of x. Here's another example. We want to begin by writing this in standard form. 4x to the fourth plus 7x squared minus 2 is equal to 0. Next, we'll factor it. We could say let y be equal to x squared, and we'd have this 4y squared plus 7y minus 2 is equal to 0. But it's just as easy to leave it in terms of x in this case. So I'll factor this into 4x squared times x squared. And let's see, for my last terms right here, I think I'll put in, 1 and 2. Inside is 1x squared. Outside is 8x squared. They differ by 7x squared. So I'll make the 8 positive and the 1x squared negative. Now let's see if that works. Negative 1 times positive 2 is negative 2. Inside is negative x squared. Outside is 8x squared. That gives me a positive 7x squared. And the first term is 4x to the fourth. So setting this equal to 0, I have x squared is equal to 1/4. Setting this equal to 0, I have x squared is equal to negative 2. Now I need to solve this equation. I'll take the square root of both sides. X will be equal to plus or minus 1/2. When I take the square root of 1/4, I get 1/2. So either the positive or negative square root. Over here, x will be equal to plus or minus the square root of negative 2, which is plus or minus I square root 2. So I get four solutions to this equation, and it's an equation that's quadratic in form. Let's look at our next example, which involves the square root of x. This is quadratic in form. I could say let y be equal to square root x, then this would be y squared plus y minus 6 is equal to 0. So let's do that. Let's let y be equal to square root x. Then this equation becomes y squared plus y minus 6 is equal to 0. This I would factor into y plus 3 times y minus 2 is equal to 0, giving me solutions of y equals negative 3 and y is equal to 2. But y was equal to the square root of x, so I have square root x equal negative 3. Now that, you know, is impossible because a positive number can't be equal to a negative number, and this is the positive square root. Over here I get square root x is equal to 2. That would mean that x had to be 4. So I get one solution to this equation, and that is x equal 4. It's quadratic in form, and I can see that if I let y be equal to square root x. Then I get a quadratic equation right here.